Okay, I don't know if I've been drinking too much, but okay, we starting mango. It's Hollywood, man, so I'm not used to this, okay? Uh, yeah, hey, I'm Mr. Phoenix. Huh?
It seemed like you had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's kind of
What's
hot
that?
here, man. Are you hot? Are you hot? Yeah, it's kind of hot where I'm at. Are you
Okay.
hot?
No, I'm good, man. Do you need to make some adjustments?
No, man, it just feels kind of hot, man. That's all. I just didn't know, you
Okay.
know, where are you
Okay.
from?
Well,
Where are you from? Where you at?
yeah, man. I'm from Atlanta, but I'm in LA. We
Okay.
host a show. Yeah, we host a show in LA, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm from
Okay.
Atlanta, man. How about yourself? What's your origin story?
Okay, I'm not sure that's a loaded question, my origin story, or what, because normally I just say where I'm from. Normally people say, where you from? They don't say, what's your
Okay.
origin?
My bad. My bad. Okay. Where you
Yes,
from?
thank you.
Why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
My name is Mr. Fitz Willoughby Funkel. And I'm here. I'm in between. I'm in between jobs, staying with my lady, you know, just swing from job to job right now. But, you know, yeah, I'm hoping for better. So kind of down right now.
Is AI
Yeah.
affecting your realm of what you do?
Uh, Not really, because I'm not doing anything. Hmm, Watch my reruns of, Planet of the Apes, Georgia the Jungle, and all that. When I want to, on the easy. It's much easier than back in the day, So,
Right.
other than that, yeah, other than that, man.
Right. So just to address the elephant in the room, could you tell the viewers why you have the mask on?
The myth is because several reasons. Um, your family can be kind of tough on you, and I have some views that's very strong. And that's why I changed my name to Fence, because I'm on the fence with a lot of things. And if my family kind of really knew how I thought, they can be kind of, ostracized from your family. And I don't want to do that, man. I love my family, but I'm sitting at family listening to some of the conversation. I'm like, this is bull crap. You know, like it's a lot of religious stuff they're talking about. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's all right. You know. So I think I came to a safe place to kind of, I saw your stuff, man, and I just wanted to kind of, I feel it, That's it, man. So I don't want, that's it. Mr. Mongo.
Right. I understand that. How'd you find our show?
Well, I was sitting there watching some Planet of A reruns, man, and I saw, um, one of your things or your podcast or something, man, came by. It was like, hey, say this. And then it's that animal instincts. And I was like, what? Hey, what's that? Cause turned my chair around and started looking. He's like, say this to these, say this. Approaching a girl.
Don't know what to say? Say this. Women want you to be animalistic. What you gotta say to her is, look, come on, get over here. And when you get up on her, give her that animal instinct. Say this to her.
Say this. Approaching a girl. And say this. Put your animal instinct in there. I was like, wow, man, that guy's cool. So, wow, man. So, I've always been bashful to a torture girl. Man, so I was like, let me try, man. So I went to the mall and I tried it, man. And I was like, I walked up to, a nice young lady who I look like, I make out torture.
इस आदमी ने घर में एक नया छोटा सा बंदर लाया तो पुराने बंदर का दिल जैसे टूट गया। नया बंदर बड़े प्यार से मालिक की गोद में खेल रहा था और ये देखकर पुराना वाला बेचैन हो गया। उसे ये बिल्कुल भी पसंद नहीं आया कि अब उसका मालिक किसी और को इतना प्यार दे रहा है। गुस्से में आकर वो
Looked approachable, and I said, hey, come here. And she looked at me like she was scary. And I didn't see anything, but she came to me. I was like, whoa, whoa. And she said, wait. And I didn't know what to say. So you got to do some more of that. Like, give us more to say. But it gave me confidence, and I think, wow, it's done right.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
start, though, isn't it? Is the
Yeah,
confidence
man.
builder, man. I just think
That
that,
was,
coming from the time where I come from, you know, you approach a girl. That's the only way you're gonna get to see her again. There was no cell phone. It was, if I don't say anything right now, this is it. So
yeah.
being bred that way, in the social world, it's hard for me to understand today, how social media and all these different things with technology has affected the society with these young people being afraid to
Yeah.
talk to each other or feeling awkward.
Yeah.
So it's that like,
Yeah.
okay, what is it? What can I give to that? I mean, you go back
Yeah.
millions of years before me. What do you think?
Wait. You're funny, man. You're funny dude, man. You're funny dude, man. Ooh. Hey, man. Wow. That was a good one.
Right.
But go ahead now.
Okay, so you go back millions of years before me. What do you think?
Okay.
It's still funny. Hold on, we're gonna try it again. We're gonna try it again. You go back millions of years before me. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I don't know how many millions of years I go back farther than you. Let's get that straight first, okay? I don't know, you don't know, we don't know. So that's something that we're guessing, right?
Whoa! Tarzan ain't got nothing on me. Slap you in the head. One more time. Here we go. Incoming. Oh, and I suck the landing. Now take me to the kitchen so I can steal some food for us.
Okay.
Okay.
I think, to me, if I'm still looking for a missing link, as they call it, because we evolved. The Darwin theory is real. I think that's more realistic than the religious kind of talk. That everything just got or whatever, however they do it. I guess that came off the boat. Two of everything came off that boat they had.
News broke of a phenomenon. Pictures showed an upright, bald ape called Oliver, who appeared to be a cross between a human and a chimpanzee, what scientists refer to as a humanzee.
The existence of Oliver represented the first really tangible bit of ostensible evidence for a human-chimpanzee hybrid.
Oliver's photograph shocked the world, and in the media frenzy that followed, he became an international celebrity. In Japan, scientists investigated his anatomy, and in New York, some journalists described him as the missing link.
But where is the missing link? That would tell us that we're connected more than what we are.
Right.
We didn't just start from different places. You know?
Yeah, I don't think I don't disagree with you, because evolving is part of our whole makeup and everything around us, right? So that makes sense to me, right?
Right.
NASA was sending up chimpanzees, for many years because as technology was evolving, right? It was okay, well, how will humans respond to this environment in space? So the closest thing to us was you guys, right? The monkeys. So we started sending monkeys up there to see how they would react. Do you remember any of that?
Time out. Time out, man. Time out. Okay? Time out.
Okay. So
Time out.
second,
Please. Please. Mr. LBONGO.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay, you think you're just gonna say that and let it slide up under. You can't do that. First of all, you keep saying you guys like I'm on that side. First of all, I'm on your side, man. Come on. Let's keep it real.
Yeah,
I
but you're the one
have
decided to wear a monkey
compassion.
suit to the studio.
Okay, I could have worn a dolphin suit. But then maybe
Yes.
defend dolphin. I'm a dolphin now. Okay? Gotcha. Aha. There's not a glitch on my end. I don't hear you. Okay.
My point is this. If we're going to ask you questions about you wearing a costume to the show, we must be able to ask you about it because the audience is going to be like, why aren't you asking about the monkey suit he has on? And why did he
Why
choose
you
monkey
keep
out of all the stuff he could have chose? He could have been a dolphin, but no, you chose monkey for whatever reason.
Mr. Bungo, Mr. Bungo, let me ask you this. If I would have chosen a dolphin suit, you would have said the same. Why are you wearing the dolphin suit? Why are you wearing the dog suit, the cat suit? You still would have asked the same question. It just would have been about that particular animal, correct?
You're correct. You're correct.
Okay,
Because if you was dressed
okay.
as a rat, I would say, why are you dressed as a rat? What's the symbolism?
I told you, do we need to start this show over again? You know what?
Yeah,
It's
let's
getting
start the show
hostile
over.
because at
Let's
first,
start over. You know what, guys?
no,
You've seen this show. People come on my show and try to take the show from me all the time. I never know what these guys are gonna say. You guys know I'm from the
oh,
one block downtown. We're gonna start this show again. All right, Mr. Fence,
now
you ready? Here we go.
now I'm these guys. Now I'm these guys.
Okay,
Okay?
welcome to the show. Today on the show
Oh,
is
we
Mr.
started
Fence.
again. This feels like the Twilight Zone, man. This feels like the Twilight Zone. I knew I started this show once, twice. And I know this grass monkey ain't got me feeling like I didn't start the show. I've already started the show 2 times. It feels like I'm being interrogated. Seriously.
Let me ask you a podcast question, right?
Okay.
Kobe or Michael Jordan?
It's MJ and it's not Michael Jackson. It's Michael J. Jeffrey Jordan all day long. I love Kobe, but MJ, you just look at his record, man. You went to 6, won 6 championships with MVP, all championship. Wouldn't let nobody, no other team even make it to game 7. No other team. He killed him in 6 or less. I mean, that's deep, man, and that's just some of the things, man. And maybe I'm a little biased because I grew up with MJ. I said, I saw when he beat Georgetown. When he was with Carolina, man, and MJ was just something special, man. He could, Kobe. I ain't taking nothing from Kobe. I ain't taking nothing from Kobe.
Here comes Kobe. Kobe's the main man. 5-5, got it. Hamilton, the shot, the three, yes! Kobe Bryant drains the three. 2.1 left on the clock. We're deadlocked at 89. Unbelievable.
Kobe was a bad boy, but my man is MJ.
Okay, okay, I could see that. You know, and especially like when you was growing up, how old were you when Michael Jordan was becoming a star?
I was probably just a little bit out of high school. So I was a teenager, young guy, impressionable, you know. So yeah, Jordan was the man. He was all over the place. McDonald's commercials, Air Jordans, everybody wanted Jordans, all of that, man. Just like all other kids, man. You know what I mean? Just like, all the kids, they wanted to be like,
Was he
wanted to be like Mike,
Yeah, right. But was I thought Dominique was also kinda like, trying to get that attention of the youth to say, "Hey, look, I'm the guy." Who was first? Was Jordan and then, Wilkins?
Well, no, they came out, they was in the same era. But the thing about it is, a lot of folks was wanted that attention that Mike had. Now, he was different. He changed the game in Atlanta.
Here is the defending champion, Michael Jordan.
Well, the judges, they got a lot of pressure on them. They got to come through with big scores for Jordan. Of course, Jordan wants to put some pressure on everybody by trying to do something special right out of the gate.
Special. Everybody in the stands flashing a 10. They had him up before he got there. There's a 9.
Well, we go back and we'll take a look, and Jordan is saying, I got to put some pressure on. And, again, you can't ever tell what he's going to do. He looked like he might have done a 360 or something, turned inside out, kicks his legs out, and the crowd responds.
And only a 47. The crowd not real happy with that. I'd tell you what, I couldn't do that one in my dreams. Michael Jordan said that he hoped to get to the finals with a dunk that was not as spectacular as the one he wanted to pull out then. So he did get a 47. He is now the leader, number 2 out of the 5 who have dunked so far. With 41. So 41's the number here that Dominique needs to better in order to advance to the semifinal rounds. Dominique Wilkins from the Atlanta Hawks, the 1985 champion, 6'7", 200 pounds. Well, that'll draw a high score. I can tell you that right now.
Now, we saw a reverse two-hander before, Steve, early in the competition, but not with the flair that Dominique just put on that, or with the power.
And the quickness. He exploded into that basket right down there. You'll take a look. Now watch, I think what he does is really give it some juice. He cradles the ball, then spreads his legs out and really throws it down. That's a good pop for Wilkins.
And a 49 for Dominique Wilkins to put him in first place.
He was the man, come out of the University of Georgia. And it was great for Atlanta to get somebody homegrown and was a superstar. Don't get it twisted. Dominique was the man, but Jordan was just a little bit different. And everybody knew it. The older cats like Larry Bird and Magic, they knew that Mike was coming. And they were like, man, if this guy gets some help, we may be in trouble.